77, 78, 79, 80. Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. In this video, we are going to learn how to count up to 100 in French. So let's start. First, we are going to see the numbers from 0 to 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 6 is spelled S-I-X, but we pronounce it 6. The number 7 is spelled S-E-P-T, but we don't pronounce the P and we say set. Number 8 is spelled H-U-I-T, but we don't pronounce the H as it is a silent letter in French, but we pronounce the T and we say huit. The number 10 is spelled D-I-X, but we pronounce it 10. Now let's go from 10 to 20. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. For 17, 18 and 19, we use the number 10 plus 7, 8 or 9. This is why we say 17, for example. Number 20 is spelled V-I-N-G-T, but we don't pronounce the G and the T, and we say 20. Now let's go from 20 to 30. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We know 20 is pronounced 20. The G and the T are silent. But when it is followed by another number, like 2 or 3 for example, the G is still silent but the T isn't silent anymore. So we say 22, 23, 24, and so on. For 21, we literally translate 20 and 1. In French, it is 20 et 1. So we use the French for and, et, et, between 20 and 1. But as 20 ends in a silent T and et starts with a vowel, we carry the T at the start of the word et. This is why we say 21 and not 20 et 1. Now let's go from 30 to 40. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Here, for 31, we have the same pronunciation rule as for 21. We say 31 and not 31. Otherwise, our voice goes down, so we need the link. Now, let's go from 40 to 50. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Here, for 41, we have the same pronunciation rule as for 21 and 31. We say 41 and not 41. Otherwise, our voice goes down, and this is why we need to carry the T. Now, let's go from 50 to 60. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Here, for 51, we have the same pronunciation rule as for 21, 31, and 41. So, we say 51 and not 51. The same reason, otherwise our voice goes down. This is why we need to link. Now, let's have a look at the numbers from 60 to 70. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Here, for 61, we have the same pronunciation rule as for 21, 31, 41, and 51. So we say 61 and not 61. And you know, this is because otherwise our voice goes down. Now, let's see the numbers from 70 to 80. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. From 70, we start using maths to create new numbers. So we consider 70 is 60 plus 10. This is why 70 in French is 70. Now, because 70 ends with 10 in French, it is normal that 71 is 71, as we consider it is 60 plus 11, because as you know, 10 plus 1 gives 11. So here again, for 71, we link with the T at the end of 60 and the vowel at the start of A, and we pronounce it T. This is why we will say 71. Then after that we have 72, because we do 60 plus 12. 73 will be 60 plus 13, and so on. Now let's have a look at the numbers from 80 to 90. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Here we are again using maths to create numbers. We consider 80 is 4 times 20. This is why 80 in French is 80. 81 is 81 and not 81. The reason for that is because here we are doing a multiplication and not an addition. I know, I told you we are really doing maths. If we were to write 81, we will write this 4 times 21, because 21 is 21, but 4 times 21 is 84 and not 81. For that reason, 81 is 81, and we consider this is 4 times 20 plus 1. Now, let's see the numbers from 90 to 100. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 97, 98, 99, 100. And here once again we are using maths to create numbers. We consider 90 is 80 plus 10, and because 80 is 4 times 20, 90 is 4 times 20 plus 10. This is why 90 in French is 90. 91 is 91 because 90 ends with 10 and 10 plus 1 is 11. So we consider 91 is 4 times 20 plus 11. 92 is 92, 4 times 20 plus 12. 93 is 93, 4 times 20 plus 13, and so on. And here as well, we don't say 91 because we are using 80 to create 90. We have now reached 100. Okay, let's recap 21, 31, 41, 51 and 61. We know the T at the end of the number is carried into the word et and we pronounce it T. But we never link the T at the end of et with un. As a result, we don't say 21 or 31. So let's pronounce them again. 21, 31, 41, 51, and 61. Remember that for 81 and 91 we lose the word et because we use a multiplication to create 80 and so 90. And don't forget that because 70 and 90 in French ends with 10, we start at 11 and not at 1. This is why we say 71, 72 or 91, 92. Now let's recap the maths behind 70, 80 and 90. 70 is 60 plus 10. 80 is 4 times 20. 90 is 4 times 20 plus 10. Now we are going to see some very important pronunciation rules for three numbers: 6, 8 and 10. They will change pronunciation every time they are followed by a word or another number. If the word starts with a consonant, the last sound of these three numbers becomes silent. As a result, we will say si, not six, oui, not huit, and dix, not dix. Now, let's practice with short sentences. If I want to say 6 cats, I will say 6 chats and not 6 chats. If I want to say 8 flowers, it is 8 fleurs and not 8 fleurs. 10 telephones is 10 téléphones and not 10 téléphones. Now, if the word starts with a vowel or an H, the last sound of these three numbers becomes silent and we need to carry it into the start of the other words with the vowel or the H. As a result, 6 hotels will be 6 hôtels and not 6 hôtels. 8 starters is 8 entrées and not 8 entrées. And 10 hospitals is 10 hôpitaux and not 10 hôpitaux. That's it for the numbers up to 100 in French. I hope you have enjoyed this video. À bientôt!